The pre-colonial times saw the rise of powerful, influential women, many of whose history have been suppressed. But we must refuse to let history forget our iconic women. Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, for instance, led revolts that shook even the colonial government of her time. Yet, her history has been reduced to the driving of a car. In fact, many years before Funmilayo Ransome Kuti formed the Abeokuta Women's Union, before a large group of women chased away the Alake of Egba from his palace, one market woman known as Iyaloja of Lagos was already leading women in organized protests. Her name is Alimotu Pelewura, the founder of Lagos Market Women Association. This woman was a fish trader in the Eriko market of Isale Eko. She was a born leader who became very influential in the market and as a result in the economy. Alimotu Pelewura led the market women in protest several times whenever she noticed that the women were about to be cheated. She was of course detained at some point and her fellow market women protested till she was released. Her detention, however, did not deter her. In the year 1940, she would be leading the women in another riot, another major riot. One established pattern of Britain in the colonial times was to suck the natives dry, literally. They extracted the resources of the land and extorted the people of the land. The natives were heavily taxed, but at least it was the men who suffered it. That was about to change. Later on, the British government decided to extend the taxation to women also, and this was what caused Kasala. The colonial government announced that women who earned £50 and above were now to be taxed, just like their male counterparts. And Alimotu Pelewura, who, like I said, was Iyaloja of Lagos, responded by leading thousands of women in a revolt. Of course, they knew that it was a dangerous game they were playing. About a decade before that time, in 1929, women had been shot in Aba, which was located in the eastern part of the country. The women were protesting against the warrant chiefs very peacefully, and they were killed like chickens. It was against this same killer government that Alimotu was now leading women in protest. But she won eventually, though not really. The colonial government proceeded with the taxation of women anyway, but in response to the protest, the taxable income was increased from £50 to £200. Now, what Pelewura did was wild, extremely wild for her time, because this was a time when women were not even recognized at all, whether politically or economically. Women at this time didn't hold any serious political office. Women were not even allowed to vote. They were disenfranchised. Yet she was bold enough to do what she did, paving the way for women like Funmilayo Ransome Kuti to do the same thing on a much larger and even more organized scale many years later. Pelewura did not work with women alone. She was also a very strong ally of the man Olayinka Herbert Macaulay, the founder of Nigerian nationalism. Washiri.